Oh yeah, I can put it on my camera too. I can move that. That's fine. I can do that. I have that ability. All right. We had a good Poke Rogue stream, and now hopefully I'm gonna have a good Juggling Squat stream. We'll see. I gotta be as obnoxious as possible, because that's my way. All right, so we gotta tape up my spine, because I don't want to destroy it with the bar. Okay, side. And this side. Excellent. Oh, you can't even see it. It's covered up by the shirt. That's fine. Doesn't matter. Everything should be about right with the sound stuff too. I didn't change anything. All right. Excellent. Put tape on my shoulders too, so that the bar doesn't slip. Or actually, I won't even put the tape on my shoulders. I'll just put it on the bar. I'm gonna have to move that though. Hold on, y'all. I just realized what I had done. So I did not change this setup. Oh, we do have a new thing for Thursday though. Friend of the stream, Dante, had these deadlift deficit platforms. They're made out of really tough material that I won't slip on. What's up, Vengeance? I'm doing well. How are you? And then yeah, so now I have 2 deadlift platforms, which are great. You can do up to a 3-inch deficit without having to stack up plates. Then I could just get the extreme deficit that I like to do by just doing 1 plate, which is great. So thanks, Dante. It was good seeing him as well, because I hadn't seen him in a while. He stopped by. Nice to meet you, Lisa. Ah. All right, see what we got here. Move the bar, or move the bench, because we don't need that for squat, certainly. Oh, it's... I recognize that song. The cover. I'll probably change it, just to be safe. Just to be safe. Ah. All right, so we're gonna put the tape on there so it doesn't slip. There we go. I do what I can. I do what I can. Been lifting a long time, and been serious about it for about 10 years. That's when I started actually like paying attention to my progression and as well as my nutrition. And that makes a big difference with how one looks. All right. Triathlons. Yeah, so the only thing I do for running is 100 meters. I'm just a sprinty boy. I don't do it a lot, but basically whenever the International Juggling Association has their joggling thing coming up. This year I had to skip on it due to an ankle injury, but next year we'll be back. It'll be cool. Yeah, there is some benefit in, or there is benefit in some lifting for running, but not in excessive lifting. Oh gosh, yeah. I have family that lives in Florida, and I visit them in the winter time because any other time of year would be pretty terrible. All right, so we got that. And we'll see if I wear shoes today. I don't always, I sometimes squat in shoes, and sometimes I do not. Yeah. Squeeze under there. And there's the collar. Ah, gotcha. That's reasonable. North Carolina's pretty good. Although right now, it has been lately, until like this weekend, it's been topping out at like 108 with heat index some days. Because yeah, I'm a North Carolina boy, at least nowadays. Let's see how this feels. First, I'll just do, yeah. Let's see. I'm not going to juggle for this one. I'm just going to warm up. Let's see how it feels. Pretty good. Just going to stretch a little bit. So I'm just trying to warm up a little bit there. And then we'll do the juggling. I won't need to go this deep, but that's what I do when I'm doing my first couple. All right, cool. That feels fine. That is where I'm currently at. What's up, D? Well, currently I'm in Durham, but Raleigh's pretty good. In general, I like North Carolina quite a bit. Do about like that in case of long messages. And we got to grab the YouTube chat here. Thank you. I like having some hair on top of my head, so I don't shave the whole thing. I did that a few times though. My eyes, I think, are hazel. I think that's what it is. But it kind of depends on lighting, honestly, whether they look more green or more brown. That's why I say I think it's hazel. Oh, I'm pretty used to. I do shows for kids like all the time. So I'm pretty used to answering a lot of questions. There we go, that should be fine. Probably want to narrow that down a little bit though. Yes, I'm about to do it while lifting. It's my specialty. Juggling is actually super simple. The hard part is just getting started. Most people don't know how to do it. So while I continue to warm up, I will show you the basics of juggling because it's pretty fun. So when you first start juggling, you don't want to learn while squatting, but I'll show you while squatting. You want to generally look a little bit above your head. And then what you're going to do is you're going to throw, well, this is pretty simple, but one, and basically you're going to do a figure 8. Then, well, 1 is super easy, so we will go on to 2. 2, the problem that most people have is that they try to do a circle. And the circle is not the easiest way to juggle. It is the simplest way. It is not the easiest. So what you want to do instead is do this. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Make like an X. So that's our base pattern. If you can get that down, then 3 is super easy. Yeah, don't attempt this while squatting. That's just my warm up. All right, and then with 3, it's just that 2, 1, 2 over and over. All right. So, ready? 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 2, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Just the same thing over and over. Thanks. All right, now we're gonna actually start adding weight because I'm warmed up enough. I don't really do a lot of like dynamic stretching and stuff like that, like some people do, but that's because generally I'm not like too tight or anything like that, so. Now what I'm gonna try to do, after I get this splinter out of here, there we go. There's a splinter in my sock. Digging into my foot, and I didn't like that. But I'm gonna try to do the elusive 4-ball, because that's been a little elusive lately. I'm trying to push. The goal is 380. We'll see how this goes. So goal. I'm gonna say weirdest thing I've ever juggled? I have a friend who's very interesting, and he had some let's see, dragon accessories that he had thankfully cleaned. I was like, well, I got to try that. They weren't good dragons either. That's the weirdest thing I've ever juggled. But not many people get to say that. We're going to say 405 is our goal. No, 380. Yeah. I'm talking around it without actually saying what it was. But people use them for entertainment. Usually one at a time. So I had to juggle like 4 or 5 of them. But anyway, you ask what the strangest things I've ever juggled. That was it. All right, let's try 4 and do it with, yes. Yes, they're toys of the adult variety. Yeah, I was like, okay, how many times do you get the opportunity to do that, you know? So I had to take it. There's technically video floating around somewhere of me doing that, but it's not posted on like public social media as far as I know, because that would have been weird. I wouldn't have posted it, that's for sure. It was a thing that I thought was hilarious, not a thing I want to post to everybody. Okay. That felt pretty good. Yeah. Much better than last week. Well, those things have a reputation, that's for sure. Okay, so that's 4 balls with 225. Let's see how 315 feels. I know, right? Isn't it? I definitely needed to move my foot out of the way of that 25. It wouldn't have killed me, but it wouldn't have felt good. I don't know. I've had generally pretty good responses from everybody. Well, from when I like post this online, because that's what I do with it. Might as well, you know. But people think it's kind of crazy. I think it's kind of crazy actually too. I just am good at it. All right, let's see how 315 feels, because this is where it actually starts to feel like more substantial. 225 is not too bad. My hope is that I can keep my my like stance wide enough for it, like this or whatever, so that I don't run into my knees like I was doing last time. Let's try it. Because that one felt good, the 225, but that's only 225. Okay. That wasn't absolutely perfect, but we got it. All right. This will be interesting, probably. Let's see, 315 was good. We'll try. Well, my my max squat is, yeah. I mean, there are women that out squat. There aren't a lot of women that out squat. We're gonna go with, we'll say 345 or 350, like that. 350. And then we'll try 380. Yeah. One thing that's kind of interesting that I learned, in the last couple of years or whatever, is the difference as far as like guys versus girls for training is women, because of the estrogen, they can work out at a higher percentage of their 1 rep max more often than guys can, or more times, I should say. Basically, because it helps with recovery to some extent. So their top end might not be as high, but guys get destroyed more easily, or whatever. Like they have a harder time with it. It was an interesting thing. I was like, huh, that's interesting. Hormones, everybody. This is more like acute, is what I mean, like in a workout. Yeah. Like you get a guy to do, 90+% of his 1 rep max, he is not going to probably do another rep like that in that workout, most likely. But women can actually do that. Multiple of high percentage. I forget the exact details, but it's interesting. Thank you. This is this tank top is one that I got because I can do. Hold on. Card. Oh, okay. That's weird. That's not what's supposed to happen there. Oh, never mind. We hit that there because I can green screen it. So when I'm playing video games, I can green screen the heck out of it, and yeah, I just accidentally put the green screen on the wrong one. But yeah, so I can have stuff going on in the background. All right, so we've got 350 in a second. I have 345 currently. I'm hoping that I can get the elusive 405, because that's actually the one I'm working towards. But I'll take a 380 because that'll be. Yes, exactly. That's why it's more impressive, because you can't even see the. I don't have the sleeves for the tricks. All right, let's give this a shot. Boom. The barking like a dog helps. Bent knees out. Okay, that was pretty good. Not perfect, because I did end up dropping one before I got to lock it, lock it in the rack, but that's fine. We're still at our top end here. Yes. All right, so that's fine. This next one, though, I want to get clean, because this will be the PR. Even though I think I'm capable of 405 as well. So switch out the 10 for a 25, and then 5 2.5. This one I will record, because if I get it, it gets posted to the internet at some point. When exactly, that's to be determined. But gotta post things online, or else they didn't happen, even if they happened in front of people. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, I think that 405 is doable, and this is only 5 more pounds than I've done before. Technically, for 3 balls, I've done 440, but that was, 3 balls. All right, let's see. Okay. The hard part was the juggling, so I'm just going to move up. And we're just going to say 380 asterisk was fine, because I think I got 405 in me, because that was so close. And the juggling was the hard part, not the lift. So we're going to go for the big one. So I've done 405 a bunch of times with 3 balls. So I'm going to say 380 asterisk, because I kind of got it. Oh, not... that wasn't it. So 405 is only 20 more pounds, so not that much. And like I said, the hard part of that wasn't the... Yeah, that's a lot. Was it 380,000? Yeah, that's a lot of pounds for a human. Yeah, if I get 405 with 4 balls, that is a long time. Like, I don't think I'm going to top that for a while. This one I will give it a few tries though. So even if I don't get it the first try, I'll try it again. I'll think about it. 350,000 pounds is, it'd be hard to get that to fit on the bar actually. Pretty sure this bar's not rated for that. Oops, sorry. Hope the compressor caught that when I hit the mic. Yeah, I'm not mad at that. That was very close, and like I said, the juggling was the hard part of that. I will take just a minute to make sure that I'm fresh. Not really fresh, but fresher. Nope, never learned that. And I always thought it was kind of weird. because the only actual purpose of it is like the, you know, to show off. Not that I am not. What's up, Argo? You got here just in time. Not that I'm above showing off. It just feels weird. All right, so we got the 405. Yeah, the old juggle flexes are pretty good. All right, so we're gonna try it for 405. I'm hoping I get it first try because that would be a lot easier than having to try again. I know that's really hard to, you know, I really was making a bold statement there that getting something first try is a lot easier than, yeah. Well, technically I was going for a PR with 380, but I basically got most of it with the juggling being the thing that fell apart, and the lift was easy. Let's pull up, actually, we're gonna go with the old Ghost Runner soundtrack. I'm gonna turn off, oh, hold on. Turn this off, and then, because that We Are Magonia is pretty good. It goes pretty hard. All right. PR or ER? No, I'm just kidding. Probably. All right, we've got our safeties. Do I have in the right spot? Yeah, I think so. Cool. Oh, whoops, hold on. My stance was a little too wide. So when I got to the bottom, it was hard to actually get out of it. So we'll do it again. All right, take two, boys. Yeah, I think that's doable. I think that's doable. On the plus side, I had a great stretch. So it'll take like a minute, probably, maybe two. Yeah, it feels like it's probably there. The big thing is going to be two things, actually. One, make sure that my stance isn't quite as wide. It needs to be a little wider, like probably this. But what I need to do instead is, the second part, is make sure that my knees are tracking out so that I don't hit them with the juggle. As long as I keep those two things in mind, I think we can do this. I don't want too narrow of knees, because that's also terrible. But there we go. All right. I think so. It felt pretty good. It's just that, like I said, I went too low. That's partially because of the really the width that I had. So I do about an inch or two narrower. Total, I mean, not inch or two each foot. Half inch or inch each foot, probably. Okay, let's give it a shot. All right. Blech. We're just starting our new song, our next song. That'll be perfect. Okay, drag my legs out, knees. Oh, whoops. Dang it, that's annoying. My juggling pattern is incorrect, and I need to fix that. This is good exercise, though. So, if nothing else, I'm getting plenty of negatives. That actually wasn't even, like, that didn't actually feel that bad. It's just that I wasn't going to be able to do that. Not that way. Gotta not miscue. And then, yeah, just keep a nice clean pattern. That's all. That's all. It's simple, y'all. It's easy. four ball, 405-pound squat is easy. It's so easy. You just got to do it right. All right. Knees out. Oh no, I lost the juggle. You betrayed me, juggling ball. Terrible. All right, we'll give it another minute. We'll try it again. I still got more in me. The good thing is that I know that this is generally on track or whatever, because I did the same thing with my my 5-ball juggling squat. Is I knew that I was getting close basically once I started getting to where I could do the descent pretty consistently. And it's just a matter of reversing course, coming back up while controlling the juggle. So it's not so much an oh no, as much as is a, I don't know what I would say instead, soon. Might even be today. But yeah, the controlling the descent. Thank you. I do what I can, you know. And the thing is, this is still good exercise. What I have found with the juggling squats is that due to my core having to be the thing holding me from collapsing, and I can't actually brace with my hands at all, is that it's carried over into front squats pretty well. And that's pretty cool. They always tell you to work your core and, you know, I took that to the extreme, I guess. Okay. This is a little bit short of double my body weight. So not too bad for going for a 4-ball juggle while doing it. I think that'll be the real goal, is to hit 2 times body weight while juggling 4. I've already done it while juggling 3. All right. Pretty similar stance to last time. But don't lose the juggle. Otherwise, pretty good. And don't dive bomb. Dive bombing it kills my squat. I can't dive bomb. So controlled descent. Okay. Track my knees out. Oh, they hit each other again. That's annoying. Okay, why am I doing that? Is it that I'm not bringing my elbow out enough? That might be it. I might not be bringing my elbow out enough because I'm trying to go like this. And so as a result, instead of doing this, I'm doing, yeah, that's probably what it is. Okay. That's gonna be my guess, is that's what I'm doing. So let my elbows come out so that I can. Oh, just for fun, we'll do real quick. I also got to change the camera thing, but here's 7 balls. With a light in my eye, I'll turn this way. Oh, and then I will just immediately drop it. Perfect. Okay, 7 balls. But not while doing a squat. I have done a pistol squat while doing that, but that was hard. Okay, so we want to get this. I need to make sure I keep my inside to outside circles. When they're too vertical, they hit each other. So elbows allowed to leave sides slightly. And I need to get this sorted soon because I don't have too many more of these in me because they're much harder than a normal 405 squat. I should wipe off my shoulder real quick. The stuff on there should help, but I still don't need sweaty shoulders. Okay. Good. Okay. Come on. Don't have too many more reps in me, so I need to try to get this. We've made good progress though, because I've controlled it on the way down several times. Oh, so close, y'all. We got it about, what, 20% of the way up? Or 10%? Ooh, we're gonna try it again. That was, I needed to make it about this much further and then I had it. Ooh, so close. All right, that's good, that's good. Ooh, we're close, boys. Woo. I can feel it. I can feel it. Felt pretty good. The slightly spaced out elbows was the call, definitely. Just gotta give myself a minute, and then I hopefully we'll see. I at least have another attempt in me. I'll know, of course. Basically, I'll be like, oh, that's it, when I don't have another rep in me or another attempt. But that was pretty close. We were on our way up. I'm feeling pretty good. At some point, I may actually try using a belt, but I don't think that would be very good right now for this kind of squat. I hope so. I hope so. Let's see. More chalk. More chalk is an answer. I don't know if it's the answer. It's an answer. There. Come on. I just bailed on that because I hit the ball immediately. I'm just going to re-rack and redo it because I didn't actually expend too much energy because I just reversed. Where'd the ball go? There it is. Gray balls on a gray floor, or a very light black, very dark gray, I don't know. Not the easiest to find when you drop one. Hold on. All right, we're going to try that again immediately. Because that was just a fumble. We're gonna get it though. Oh, lost the juggle. My left hand had one go forward. All right, we'll try it again. Because again, it wasn't the squat that was the problem there. That's annoying though. Because I can't lunge after the ball. Now with 4 or 5 on my back. I don't know about that. Oh, R. No. Can't dance for anything. Oh, I bet. Yeah, I would imagine so. It's good exercise too. dancing is, from what I understand, pretty good cardio. Okay, so I've got just a few more attempts in me before my spine starts to complain. Because basically, so what I've got going on here is, yeah, hold on, let's see if we can. There you go. You can see my spine is right there. I have tape on it because the bar just digs into your spine. At least for me it does, because of where I sit the bar. And I'm not personally super a fan of destroying the skin over my spine. It's just the skin. The actual spine itself is fine. Don't worry, y'all. Not that everybody was worried, but you know, if you were. Okay. Oh. Oh. Okay. Might be starting to fatigue here because that one actually felt hard. We're getting close though. So I think that will happen soon. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna back off and do 380 again and see if I can get that. That's okay though, we're close. I'm very okay with that. Okay. Felt pretty good overall. And we got several times where we descended. So this is progress, whether it looks it or not. And that's what we're going for. Progress. See if we can get the clean 380 though. I don't know. I definitely would have gotten that if I had done that earlier, but I'm not too worried about that. Making progress on 405 is also very okay. Now, one thing that's pretty interesting is juggling squats, where normally squats are very quad dominant. Oh yeah, no, we're absolutely going to break it. But yeah, so squats are generally very quad dominant, and so there's a lot of squat or quad usage in the juggling squats. But I have noticed that it's a lot more. I feel it a lot more engagement in the posterior chain, shall we say? So, yeah, juggling squats are pretty great, actually. Wouldn't recommend them though, because they're probably dangerous if you do them. Now the question is, can we get the clean 380? Can we get the clean 380? I'd like to get the clean 380. The 405 was fairly close a couple times there. A couple times. Okay. Excellent. Come on, 380. I want you. Oh my goodness, that juggle was terrible. Terrible. All right. Do it again though. Elbows. Sort out elbows. For juggling squats, the spotter isn't the thing. It is safeties. But yeah, for squats, you should have a spotter or safeties. Because I use these. These things are very, like I've dumped. One time I had to dump 405 on it, and it was fine. Okay, this is probably my last attempt for this. Because I'm starting to actually feel that fatigue. Which I guess is good. Means I have had a good workout. I think that's part of the thing too, is negatives are still actually pretty good training stimulus. So, yeah. See how this goes. This will probably be, like I said, this will probably be my last attempt because I don't want to destroy my spine, and I'm starting to feel fatigue for the skin under my spine. 380. Move, foot. There we go. I had to collect them because they started hitting each other again. My right arm. I lied though, I'm gonna do it again because I can do another. I like training. Actually, this checks out too because it's been about an hour. So even with breaks or whatever, that is a reasonable amount of squats. Okay. This really should be my last trial. He says. Yeah. You can do this. Oh, that's such an asterisk. Oh, that's annoying. I had it too. I kind of had that. Okay, one more. We do one more. We do one more. I can do one more. Maybe one more. Oh, moth. Hello, moth. Or, never mind, it's not a moth. It was dust. No, it's okay. I won't push myself past safety. Don't worry. I will never do that. So close, though. I am 40 years old. I know better than to do that at this point. Whew. All right. I just put another piece of tape on just to be safe as far as like padding over my skin, over my spine. Over. Okay. Last try, probably. Which last try is this? Third last try, I think. It's about right for me, actually. I'm like the king of one more. Okay, that's not going to count. Do it again. But yeah, no, in all reality, like, I do know like when to call it quits because of, running into the risk of injury due to fatigue. But I feel that I can push it some more. Not much more, but a little more. I'm taking it one rep at a time. I am auto-regulating, if you will. And that one felt fine. Safety is important, but you do learn after a while, like you know your limits, and I'm not quite there yet. I know that I'm close, but I'm not there. The problem there was, again, the juggling. This squat actually felt pretty good that time. So, Okay, let's see how it feels. Okay. Oh, that pattern. That was the problem again. I actually can go again. But that was the pattern. I think I need to throw it slightly higher because I think I'm running into an issue with that. So let's see. Oh yeah, no. I haven't, let's see. I haven't pulled a muscle due to fatigue in many years, actually. The only time I kind of pulled a muscle recently was when I was doing the juggling deadlifts, and the bar shifted, and I overcompensated by like, trying to do that. But that's obviously better already. It was a very short-lived injury. More of a tweak than anything else. And I just didn't do it again. I proceeded to actually do the weight again properly. So whether that was correct or not, I only did it like 2 more times. Okay. I'll try it one more time here. See how it feels. If it still feels good, well, you know how that goes. One rep at a time. I hit my elbow on my knee. Dang it. That's annoying. I feel oddly okay in this spot right now, which is weird because it's only 20 fewer pounds, but I've done like several more attempts and it generally feels fine each time. So I guess 405 might actually just be a little bit beyond where I can go right now, other than maybe on a really strong day. That might be what it is. Or it might just be that I'm, with the slightly narrower stance, I'm stronger there. But I still gotta track my knee out so I don't hit my elbow on my knee, or, hit my knee with my elbow, one of those. Ah. And dry off my back a little bit. I'm a sweaty boy. All right. Okay. Track knees out. Ooh, man, my back is still sweaty as heck. Hold on. Might be one of those things that I need to actually have a 2-shirt plan for juggling squats. Have one where I am doing my warming up in my tank top, and then I switch to a t-shirt so that it's not gonna slip off of my my old shoulders. Yeah. Because the thing is, if I'm not sweaty, a t-shirt is actually slippery. So that's actually not great either. But once I'm sweaty, a t-shirt's actually very good. So. I might actually stop due to the spine skin just starting to feel dented. Okay. Yeah, that sucked. Yeah, I'm too sweaty, and I'm not gonna hurt myself because of the bar slipping. I did put tape on the thing, whatever, but I can't just cover the entire thing in tape. Let's see. Yeah, it's right there. Thanks. Let's do, we'll do this. I'm not gonna juggle, but I'll just front squat this. Whoops. Oh, it was fine. We've made some great progress towards front squat, or not front squatting, towards doing the 405 4 ball. I guess technically I could just do this with 3 balls, but that's boring. Why would I want to do that? Why would I want to do that? All right, we'll get rid of that. We'll just front squat this and see how it feels. I bet it'll be heavy. Let's see, when's the last time I front squatted? Probably on stream, actually. Pretty easy. I mean, it was effort, but yeah. Let's see. Oh, did the YouTube stream go down? Oh, did my stream go down in general? That's annoying if that's the case. Okay, yeah. We'll see if we can sort that out. It's back up now. Excellent. I don't know what happened there. It should be back up now because it says that it's a good frame rate and all that. And YouTube is back up too, I think. Yeah. Good. Okay. Well, that was annoying, but back up. Don't know what that was. I did the 380 front squat, but I've got to do it again now because the stream died when I did it. I killed the stream with my front squat. It's fine. Just got to do another one. That's all. No big deal. Maybe I'll use the squat shoes this time. Yeah. I do not like when the stream just dies for no good reason. It's my least favorite thing at this moment. Then the next time I am slightly inconvenienced, that'll be my least favorite thing for that moment. So after this, we'll do some juggling bench press, because that one's fun and doesn't involve my lower body. Well, okay, it technically does, but not much. Because obviously if I don't use my legs, I'll probably fall over. But all right, we should be fine. Oh yeah, I can get rid of this tape off my back. There we go. Picks up a bunch of dead skin. No big deal. Yeah, we'll do some juggling bench press after this. That'll be fun. Let's see, what's our goal today? Is it 140? I don't know. It probably should be more. All right, let's see if we can do another rep of 380 front squat, but this time I'll use this. I'll use the shoes, used shoes. Don't need a belt though. That's not necessary. And then, yeah, I already said that. We'll do juggling bench next. We gotta have a good squat on stream though. We did kind of asterisk get 380 a few times with the 4 balls, but it's very much asterisk. Good volume, not as much for showing off. Let's see what this is. Yeah, that won't destroy the. I just want to make sure I wasn't going to destroy the mic. But it sits a bit lower. Man, I might actually be too fatigued for that now. Dang it! If I got it on stream but not on stream because the stream cut out, that's going to be annoying. I hate that. I'm not going to hurt myself. Don't worry. I'll set it down if it's too heavy, but it feels like it might be heavy. Oh, that was fine. Actually, that was what I was worried about. That was fine. I am still fatigued, but not such that I couldn't get a 380 front squat. So at least we got something, you know? Okay, we're gonna do some juggling bench press now. That'll be fun. Yes, I am indeed a sweaty boy. Okay, that wasn't bad. We will open that up again. All right, juggling bench press, not juggling. We are not going to be going for 350 because that's absurd. Let's see. Did we get 140 last week? I feel like we did. Let's play it by ear, and I'll just say 135 because that's a good, reasonable goal. And then I'll go up from there if I get 135 and it feels good. Now we do have the new plan of the center racking it with the other bar. So, because the other bar has that knurling in the center. So that's what I'm going to use. Cool thing is, I don't need to do juggling squats again Thursday now, because I definitely got in enough volume today. So we'll be able to do our juggling deadlifts, or maybe just normal deadlifts. I might do that. It's hard to say, because it depends on how heavy I feel like going. We at least got those new deficit platforms, so can do that. If nothing else, we'll do some deficits. Those are fun. All right. Side for now. Good. Oh, it's over there. Got it. So we do not need this right now. We're going to move it over here. Swap to the other bar, because like I said, it has that center knurling. So it'll be good for this juggling bench press. Nailed it. Okay. I don't need my knee sleeves anymore. I might put the shoes back on though. Let's see. Yeah, this side for right arm. So we're not going to do the juggling ones for this arm, obviously. But warm up. And also take off my shoes. Or at least my knee sleeves. Don't need them. Not for bench press. Knee sleeves are pretty great as long as you get ones that aren't too tight. If they're too tight, you have to take them off, which with knee sleeves, they get sweaty or whatever. But you don't want that. But if you want like a really huge compression that helps your squat a bunch, you want to just use knee wraps and take them off in between sets. But I like the knee sleeves because you can just leave them on the whole time, and they keep your knees nice and warm, and give you just a little bit of like compression. And the extra material also, I think, helps when I get to the bottom of the squat. It feels pretty good. All right, so let's warm up with, let's say 70 pounds, 75. Yeah, we'll do 75. We'll warm up with 75. Anybody who hasn't seen the juggling bench press is probably wondering, what the heck is a juggling bench press? And it's a good question, actually. I will show in a minute. So for juggling bench press, I juggle with one hand and I bench press with the other one. Hence the numbers being considerably lower than they could be if I was just bench pressing. So for instance, yesterday, I bench pressed, I think I did 350 or 345 is what I went up to. Which I've done better than that, but I've not been focused on heavy, so it's not surprising that that's what felt pretty heavy. All right, but here's what we're gonna do. We'll warm up with just the bar and 30 pounds added. So 75. I want two things. One, I want to move the bar or the bench out just a little bit because it's a little too against there. And also I want to use my wrist straps because I have little skinny baby wrists. Oh, hold on, we need to do this too. Do. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna warm up by just doing a few reps of the right arm. Right, so. And then we'll switch to left and then I'll actually juggle. This feels about right. Yeah. Okay, 10's good for the right thigh. And then for the left, I'll probably do 5 and then start increasing weight in singles. So this will be pretty cool once we start juggling here in a second, which is now. Our first weight is 75. Let's see, did I say 75? Oh, I didn't say what I was gonna do yet. Okay, current weight is 75. All right, 2 balls. I probably should try to learn how to do this with the other hand so that I can just do, alternating. But unlike with, like, say, juggling pistol squats, the juggling, doing a pistol squat is not much harder to coordinate right versus left. Juggling is harder to coordinate, especially juggling over your head, lying down. So that's why I do it with my right arm only, because I'm just not as good at it with my left hand. Okay, let's see. Oh, I hit the bar. Okay. 3's fine. I'll move up. I'll switch to singles after this. All right. So that's juggling bench press. That was 75. We'll do 95 next. Basically, I'm going to do 20-pound jumps for now. It'll be pretty good. $95. Okay. And then the goal for Thursday should be, if I don't run late again, because obviously that makes everything a pain. But the goal should be some kind of deadlift, whether juggling or not. And then I want to do the balance and juggle, the barbell balance, and then I want to do overhead press juggling. Can I do all 3 of those? I don't know. We'll see. Also, I could also just do the juggling overhead press today I don't want to do the other ones today, but oh yeah. Sorry that you had a rough day, but I'm glad I was able to provide some amount of entertainment. Try 95. We'll just do a single though. Okay, 95. Easy peasy. I'll do a double. Oops, hit the J hook, but it doesn't matter. All right, that felt pretty good. Do 115 next. Oh, good. That's good. Okay. 95 was pretty easy. 115. Okay. This time I'll just throw 10 on because I couldn't do that before because I don't have, well, I guess I could have done, no, because I had a 5 on there. I couldn't have done it before. So I had to swap. My actual shows are much more entertaining, but the practice thing is a fun process to watch sometimes. And I guess there are other reasons people like watching the streams too. So if you're actually in the Raleigh area, go to South Point Mall sometime on like a Friday or Saturday night. I'm out there certainly most Saturday nights. Like I'm out juggling out there. I juggle fire and stuff like that. Like 6 to 9 on Saturdays. I try to do Fridays as well. Lately that's been harder to swing, but Saturday night, 6 to 9, I'm usually out there. And then Sunday I try to be out there like 4 to 7. If it's like 100 degrees, I'll do like 5 to 7. But yeah, most Saturday nights at South Point. I try to do Fridays as well, like I said. And I should be able to start doing that again soon, more regularly. But yeah, I'm over by, I'm usually out by Barnes & Noble. So, yeah. Feel free to stop by, introduce yourself. I've had some people that know me from South Point come by here. Not too much. We couldn't quite get 405 with 4 balls, but I was fairly close several times, so we got good practice. Oh, I don't read much these days unless it's in my RPGs. But I do juggle out in front of Barnes & Noble, and they have a bunch of books. It's true. But yeah, we made good progress towards the 405 juggling squat. Now we're working on bench. We're up to 115. I guess I occasionally read like sports science or nutrition studies occasionally nowadays too. Well, people shouldn't make fun of you for any reason, generally speaking. But if your goal is to bulk up, then recommend eating about a 300 to 500 calorie surplus over what you need to maintain your weight. And yes, they're probably projecting insecurities. Yeah. So track your calories, eat 300 to 500 more than you need, and lift with keep progressive overload in mind. Train a little heavier each time within reason. If you can't hit your sets, then back off and work back up, or whatever. But something like a starting strength will work, or there are some other programs like that. But the biggest thing is just over time, you want your lifts to increase, and you want to track those. I recommend like Fit Notes is a good one for Android. I'm unsure what people use for iPhone, but I think there's technically a Fit Notes or some other strength tracking app. But I recommend tracking your lifts and your food. If you want to make changes in your weight or in your strength, you need to be tracking your intake and output because it's hard to make changes if you don't know what's going in and out, for that matter. You don't necessarily need to like try to track your output as far as calorie burn per se, but you want to know what you're putting in as far as training regimen. Because if you just go into the gym and screw around, well, you're gonna have a hard time making progress. I know, because I did that for a few years. I did that for like 5 years. I made some progress, but I plateaued pretty hard. And then I started tracking my lifts, and this was at 30 years old, mind you, that I started tracking my lifts. And I outgrew the gym that I was at, the Planet Fitness, in 6 months. I probably outgrew it technically before that, but I just like had to change gyms after a while. And then managed to get some of my, a large percentage of my progress in that 1 year period after starting to track things. You gotta know your inputs. Okay, 115 was fine. Yeah, it's fine to work out at home. There's nothing wrong with that. But you need to have some type of progression scheme in mind. And then, yeah, you need to be, the just eating whatever is unfortunately not best practices. If you have the ability, now if you're like a kid, if you're like a teenager and you don't really have control over that stuff, well, I can't tell you too much, but if you're an adult, you should have some amount of practice. Yeah. But yeah, if you're like in, high school or whatever, see if they're okay with, like, that's the thing is if you talk to your parents, they may actually be okay with, helping you towards your goals. I don't know. My parents were pretty supportive of that stuff, but I just didn't have my interests there until I was much older. And then by then I was in charge of all my own food and all that stuff, So it wasn't a concern. But yeah, if you're still with your parents, like, hey, I want to do this, and see if they're okay with helping you with that, because it's not that hard to modify your calorie intake by adding in like something inexpensive like rice or whatever, and then like rice and beans as a combo is pretty cheap, boring but cheap. But yeah, it just depends on what your parents do nutritionally. But other than that, working out at home is fine, but you have to have some form of, I mean, that's fine if your mom or dad cooks, or I guess if you have whatever. If one of your parents cooks, then that can help a lot. You could also learn to cook, which your parents might actually even appreciate. I don't know. I don't know what your situation is. All right, 115 was fine. We're gonna try 135 or 120. No, 125, 135. Let's do 125. Dirty bulk is a terrible idea because you just pick up a lot more fat than you need. Which you might be able to get away with as a teenager, but it's a bad habit to establish. So I wouldn't recommend it. You will gain weight fast, but you will also gain weight fast, which means it's not going to be necessarily an advantageous proportion of fat to muscle. So it is bad practices. If you're underweight, then you might be able to get away with just eating garbage, like complete garbage. But you still should probably have an idea of what's going in your body, like tracking your food or whatever. Just so that you know, like, hey, I'm eating all this food, I thought, but I'm not gaining weight. And then you look and it's like, oh, well, I'm not actually eating that many calories. That's the thing. You, even if you're gonna, eat more like sloppy foods, I guess I'm doing 135. It's fine, but you having some idea what goes in. Yeah, that also aren't terrible for you. If you have the choice, it's definitely the best idea. Because even though you're young now, your habits that you make now will you're setting habits now. If you set them now and you set good habits now, like I wish that I had established good habits at your age, even at Arco's age. Because Arco is like half my age almost. Not quite, but almost. And I wish that I had established, good habits even then. It took me till I was about 30 years old to establish very good habits. Oh, 19? Oh, okay. You're an adult, just still young, which is, that's fine. Nothing wrong with that. But yeah, so I'm double your age because I'm 40. A little over double technically. But yeah, if you establish good habits now, you'll be a lot better off when you're my age, which I know is such an old person thing to say, but I'm an old person, so I can do it. But yeah, I started making habits good habits when I was 30. And I wish I had done it, when I was your age. That would have been great. But yeah, I don't recommend dirty bulking, but even if you do want to quote unquote dirty bulk, I still recommend tracking your calories. So you know what you're putting in your body. It is just much smarter if you have an idea of what's going in. All right, let's try 135, boys. 135. That was terrible. Hold on. I did that way wrong. Juggling bench press. It's hard. We'll do it again in a second. So what I need to do is grip actually a little bit more to the right, and then the bar will naturally lean a little bit one way, which is good because then I can get that position better. Because that's a hard one. Okay, 135. Thank you. I try. But no, it's one of the things now I'm glad that I did decide to make, the changes that I did at 30 because man, I feel so much better at 40 than I did at 25, which is crazy. Like I'm in incredibly better shape than I was at 25. But man, imagine if I had made the changes at, 19 instead. That'd be crazy, Okay, let's try this again. I hit the J hook and it didn't matter. I got it anyway. You're not going to be able to avoid getting muscle without strength. Or strength without muscle. You're going to get muscle mass. Now, I will say that if you're aiming for strength and you're not prioritizing muscle, you can specialize a little bit more. But it's really, for natural people, it's going to be kind of one, part and parcel is the term. But yeah, it's going to be both. You're not going to get. Woo. But so strength training and hypertrophy or muscle training is not very different for natural people. Well, okay, so, and yeah, it's a good way to ruin your life. Yeah, it's ultimately your decision. Don't do it. But yeah, so if your goal is just to get strong and you don't care about gaining extra fat, sure. I wouldn't recommend that though. It's a bad habit. Just not caring about fat gain, because you're going to run into, because you can be very strong and also very unhealthy. It's yeah. The thing is, you can do eating whatever, but so if you're going to be doing that, now don't develop an eating disorder, please. But if you just want to eat whatever, just the one thing I would say, so have a general thought in your head when you're choosing food of prioritizing proteins and fiber, because you need fiber for health. I assume that if you're just eating whatever, you're going to get a reasonable amount of fat. You're going to be fine. But prioritize protein, intake to some extent. It doesn't need to be absurd, but like have a little bit of chicken or some eggs, or whey protein is good, beans, prioritize some protein intake, because you will need that for muscle protein synthesis. It doesn't have to be absurd. Like, for instance, I weigh about 208 and, right around 208, 210. And my daily protein intake when I'm measuring it, because right now I'm not actually measuring my daily intake because I'm on autopilot. It's very easy for me to maintain my weight eating the way I do. But I prioritize protein, and I prioritize fiber a lot. My daily protein when I'm cutting or just maintaining whatever is about 170. So not even 1 gram per pound of body weight. That's what I aim for. Now I might eat more than that because I like protein sources, but that's what I aim for. So you don't need an absurd amount, but make sure you're getting enough protein. But yeah, you can get away with just eating whatever to an extent. Just, don't go too crazy. Don't just eat tubs of ice cream, man. You'll feel terrible. You'll feel good while you're eating it. That's fair enough, but you'll feel terrible afterward. So we did 135 just fine for a juggling bench. Let's do 145, I guess. We'll try it. What's the worst that could happen? Tear his pet? No, just kidding. Not gonna happen. I would fail before I tear my pet. On 145 at that. Yeah, that's what we're gonna try for. We might as well, A 1-arm push-up? Yeah, 1-arm push-ups are actually not that hard. I'll do it with my right, because, I wonder if I could, you have given me an idea. Hold on. Oh boy. I have to try it. I have to. It's a requirement. I have to try it. All right, hold on. Oh, that's a problem. Because I can't juggle. No, it's not a problem. We have a bench right here. Oh, you'll be fine. Yeah, I'll do it elevated. I'll wait. Okay. Okay, we got this. Okay. Okay, that's looking pretty good. This will be fun. All right. One arm push-ups are pretty easy, but I want to try it while juggling because, of course, why would I not try it while juggling? All right. All right, let's see. Okay, that's hard to do. While juggling is hard to do. I'm gonna come back to that. But first, we're gonna do a normal one. We'll do a normal one because it's yeah. They became easy about the time that I could bench press my body weight pretty easily. Somewhere around there. But yeah, so let's see, we'll grab, that should be fairly visible. All right, so one arm. What? The balance is actually the hard part there. I don't want to do too many because it's sketchy, but let's see. So if you're doing it at home, one of the things, you can do a few things that'll make it easier. If you can get some adjustable dumbbells, that will be fantastic because one of the best things you're gonna be able to do is a bunch of dumbbell movements. So if you can get a set of adjustable dumbbells, they're not that expensive, and you get the ones on that like have the screw-on end caps or whatever. I even have a pair of those at home, and they're pretty great. You can load those up with individual weights, change the weight as you needed, and you can do a bunch of different things that way pretty safely. You can do leg workouts, you can do back workouts, you can do all kinds of stuff. We're gonna come back to that juggling one arm push-up though. That's a thing I have to do now, or at least I have to revisit it. But I'm gonna do it off stream because it needs work. But I think, oh man, I feel like it should be a thing I could work towards. That would be so silly. A juggling one arm push-up. Yeah, I'm just saying it's not that hard to like, depending obviously on like if you have any type of employment or whatever, or if you can at 19. A set of those things is, I think, about $50, $60, something like that, and will last you forever. And that will give you a lot of work, a lot of extra work that you can do. Yes, neuron activation. It's like, as soon as I saw, oh, wait a second, I could juggle while doing this. But yeah, I'll have to work on the exact way to do it. Okay, we don't want it centered. I did start to work out at 19, but I didn't get serious with it until I was 30. I joined a gym at 25, I think, and then I got like really serious with it at 30. So basically, I've been working out for about 20 years, but Only 10 of those were serious. All right, we're gonna see if we can get 140 bench press, juggling bench press. So when I was 19, I weighed about 160, I think. I could be wrong, but I think it was right around 165, maybe 160. Yeah, I think it was 165. And I'm 5'10" for reference, so not a very heavy boy. And then now I'm about 208. All right, let's see if we can get 145 juggling bench. When I was 30, so I'll give a short story. When I was 30 years old, well, I was 29 technically, but I was about to turn 30. I saw a picture of my parents and myself together. We were on Christmas vacation, hanging out, and my parents had each lost about 50 pounds apiece. I was up to about 220, and it wasn't a good 220. But I saw a picture of my dad and I next to each other, and I was just like, oh, I need to do something about this. Because I was lifting, so I had some muscle, but I wasn't serious with it. And so, you know, I wasn't necessarily anywhere near as strong as what I'm at. And then I also wasn't serious about my nutrition, so I had gained a bunch of weight. But I made a change at 29, close to 30, and started tracking my food. So all my calories going in and macros, and then my lifts. I started tracking my lifts regularly, with keeping in mind progression, adding weight over time. And when I did that, outgrew my gym in about 6 months and switched to a new gym, and then started doing like squat, bench, deadlift, that sort of thing. But I couldn't really do as much at the Planet Fitness. And then I made a bunch of progress on those. And then for my weight, I lost about 40 pounds in 13 months while gaining some strength. Now, after a certain point, it petered off at the very end there, and it got to where I couldn't gain any more strength because I was needing to eat more. But so since then, I've regained some of that weight in body fat and muscle. And so I'm sitting at a much healthier 208. So only about 14 pounds down from my top weight ever, but it's a much better place to be at than where I was. All right, let's try through this PR. But yeah, that's what I mean by taking it serious. I started tracking my food intake and my weights, my lifts, so that I could know what to change. Because the biggest thing is just progression over time. And knowing what you're putting in so you can make changes is a big help with that. Okay. Thanks. Will do. All right, let's try this 145 PR. Ugh. This may or may not work. Let's get rid of this. This is a heavy weight for one arm. Okay. Nope, I had to balance it, switch it to 2. We'll try it again in a second. See if we can get it. Yeah. It's not even a thing. So if you don't have any money, at least you have access to a computer very clearly. You may have a smartphone. Most people do. If you don't have a smartphone, you can still use a computer, but you can still track what you're taking, what you're eating, and have an idea of what's going in. You may find that it's actually very reasonable. But tracking is free. Something like Chronometer or MyFitnessPal, My Fit Secret or Fat Secret or something like that is another one. But I use Chronometer, Chronometer, and you can track your calories and nutrition that way by just putting in things that you eat. But then, yeah, as far as like making progress on other things, look up if you are just using your body weight. Look up calisthenics. Yeah, use MyFitnessPal. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, and then the thing is, perfection is something you can eventually work on, perfecting or optimizing. You can worry about that later. But just having an idea of what you're taking in will give you an idea of what you need to change, or what if you can change. It gives you at least an idea of what you've got going in. Because that's one of the worst things, is just not having any idea what you're eating. Because it's hard to make changes if you're trying to change your body if you don't know what is going in. It doesn't need to be perfect necessarily, but if you can make any amount of tweaks, that's good. Okay, we'll try this again. It may not work, but I'm gonna try it. Okay. Oh, that's not far off. Let's just do a normal bench press. We did 135 juggling, and that's fine. I'm okay with that. It's not so much a matter of if it's going to let you know if it's healthy or not. It's just going to let you know if you're getting your calorie goal. But a way to generally, it's not as much it's not necessarily correct to think of foods as healthy or not, although some things are definitely healthier choices. It's just the way that is. But the more that you can move, or that more that you get towards, like, say, fresh, stuff, vegetables, and, making your own food, or, homemade food, I should say, that isn't coming out of a box per se, the less pre-prepared, the better, is generally a good rule. It's not to say that anything pre-prepared is bad, it's just general rule. But even then, you can eat whatever you want to the most, for the most part, as long as your calories and macros are roughly in line. It's just that some things are going to make you feel better than other things. Because, yeah, like Ben & Jerry's tastes great, not necessarily the most nutritionally sound thing. Yeah, Whole Foods are great, yeah. Okay, let's do just a normal bench press. Ooh, we did 135 with the juggling, that's fine. Now I'll just do 225 for as many as I can do with just bench press. I don't actually know, I haven't done an AMRAP in a long time, everybody. So we'll see how this goes. I did bench press yesterday, so that is a factor here. But it is not too bad. And then I think after this we'll call it, because had a good workout today. Didn't do anything crazy, but we had a good workout. Had to front squat 380 twice because the first time the stream cut out. All right, let's see. So 225 bench press. As many reps as I can. Oh, let's get rid of the juggling thing. Yeah. Well, I just did it again. It was fine. I got 380 the second time. I just did it again. It was fine. It's like, 380 front squat. Didn't film. Or didn't stream. That's okay. Yeah, that would have been a bummer. Yeah. Oh, we're not saying it cut out now. It cut out earlier. All right. So for normal bench press, 225, about 15 is usually good for me. It's not to say that I can't do more than 15 reps, but 15 is usually a good one to go for. Then the closer I get to, over 20, the better. We'll see how it goes. Oh, right, this bar. I forgot that I was on this bar. That's fine. It's still the same thing. It's 45 pounds, just slightly different. This is the bar that I did 405 for the first time on, so it's a perfectly fine bar. Oh yeah, I should use safeties if I'm gonna be, even though it's only 225, since I'm going for as many reps as I can do, I should use safeties because I don't want to get pinned. Even though Omni is in here now. Everybody say hi, Omni. But yeah, Omni's in here now. I still don't want to pin myself, even if it is only 225. All right, let's see. Yeah, we're good with 20. 20 is good. Yeah. Yeah, being healthy is very important. That's true. I'm mostly just referencing when I talk about that stuff, thinking of it like lumping foods into healthy or not. It tends you towards disordered eating. So it's better to think of them more like conducive to your goals or not. Ben & Jerry's is not very conducive to most people's goals. Okay. So did YouTube feed die? Because it kind of looks like it did. Sorry. Well, it's only upload that should make a difference there. Although I guess then technically there's a bandwidth for Wi-Fi. I know I definitely feel a lot better at like a lower body fat percentage than I do, or at least at a reasonable body fat percentage. I don't want to be too lean, but I definitely want to feel, I feel better like where I'm at now than, if I was at like 230. Because I'd be stronger at 230, but I feel like trash. About the heaviest I can feel, or I can feel good at, is 220 now. But anyway, we had a pretty good day, I think. Generally speaking. Yeah, what weight it is going to vary per person, though. The best weight for a person is not necessarily what reads on BMI, but it is where you have, minimal visceral body fat, visceral fat, which is basically the fat around your organs and whatnot, which that is the best way to know about that is kind of like it's not BMI, it's weight to height ratio technically, or if you do body scans, right? But that's expensive. But just the thing is, if you're in generally lean condition, leanish, But you want to be a lower visceral fat, and then you know, moderately muscled at least, because you know, if you go too crazy with it, then that usually requires drug use, and you don't want to do that, because that's also unhealthy and will lead to other issues. And then your cardiovascular health. Value your cardiovascular health. Do your cardio. Very important. Yep. Ignoring your cardio is a bad call. Even if you're trying to gain weight, you can still do cardio. Just eat more, but you'll feel better. But anyway, as I was trying to say, I'm going to end this. Tomorrow, we're probably going to play more Poke Road because I have a problem. Thanks, everybody, for hanging out. We're going to do another juggle flex here. Let's see. Oh, we'll get the double. Hold on. We got this. All right, here we go. Let's see. Yeah. Let's see. Let me get this one. Anyway, you all have a great night. I'll be back tomorrow afternoon for some probably Poke Road. Yep. All right. Bye, everybody.